Okay, yeah, so probably a couple of questions there. The first one is within Birddog itself, it's been written and been designed from the ground up to be an NDI encoder. And with that, we've actually made our own hardware chipset in here, so it's extremely fast and extremely high quality. So we're definitely on the NDI kind of platform. As far as working with other devices, I did mention that an NDI is developed by NewTek. But at NAB, there's over 40 brands that are showing NDI solutions here. And that's everything from other switch manufacturers, and there's a bunch of those, to graphics systems. There's a huge amount of uptake on NDI. So it's not just a NewTek product. It's been developed by them, but it's available for many other people to use. So. Some advantage of working with Birddog specifically, but also NDI, is if you have some cameras that maybe you're a startup and you don't have necessarily SDI and really high-end cameras. If you wanted to run a long cable run, it can be challenging to get HDMI further than 10, 20 meters. If you turn it into an Ethernet connection, you can run that as far as you can run any network connection, which is great. The other thing is when you want to start to make your production look more professional, things like tally lights are really important, so your talent knows where to look and the interviews look nice. To set up tally is a challenge in itself. You've got to run cables, you've got to set it all up, and it can be really painful. To have tally built into the NDI protocol and ultimately into Birddog means you plug it in, you turn it on, you've got tally, you've got pictures, you can run cables as long as you like. So instantly you can kind of pop up a really cost-effective studio that has all of the things that a really high-end studio would have. Again, Birddog Studio uses NDI as its codec, which is not only the way we send things across the network, but it compresses the video as well. So from a signal to noise ratio or a picture quality, it stacks up, and it kind of is almost like the ProRes moment was for post-production. This kind of fits in as that ProRes moment for live television. It's that kind of picture quality which is really good for almost every purpose. It isn't uncompressed, but the image quality is perfect for almost every application. So there's always going to be the ultra high end that are going to want to go use uncompressed, and those formats will still require potentially a different type of IP standard with 10 gig Ethernet cables and all of that. But for nearly every production, working at the equivalent of like a ProRes video, that's what post-production is using now and has been using for years. So it really stacks up well. So. Yes, we've been talking about it for a while, and you did mention you've seen it in renders. It's a bit hard to render something that's in real life. So here it is. It's the hardware's all finished. Where we're up to now is just finishing off the final bits of firmware and certification, and then we're shipping. So we're looking at just a few more weeks, and then it's going to be available for everyone.